Hello, Periscope. Hey, Sabria. Oh, y'all popping in here real fast. Computer Hope, Sabria. I saw somebody else jump in here too. How are you all doing today? I'm gonna turn this around. Hey, Sabria. Bad is that bad FBI? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Let me get this together. Thanks for sharing. This one's gonna be. I'm gonna try to make this one short. It's been a long day, but I want to make sure I still did it. Good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Is that at L Threats? What's your name? L Threats. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for the blue hearts already. I hadn't even gotten started. I keep forgetting to put my May challenge. Latricia, hi Latricia. I keep forgetting to put my May challenge in my titles, but it's all good. Or at least hashtag it. At least hashtag it. I'm still in Chicago. Been gone all day, so that's why it's kind of late doing this one. How are you, Latricia? So still in Chicago, leave out tomorrow. Go back to the M-Town, Memphis. But had a good day today. Went to the Crane, or Chicago Crane's small business event with Nakina, and we had a great time. She's part of our Coach Speak and Serve group. So Nakina, who invited me to come up here and speak to her group, Networking Entrepreneur Women's group here. So we had an awesome time today. So I'm just now getting back to my hotel before I go out to dinner, and thought I will still stick to this. Is day 3 of my 31-day May challenge. Personally trying to be on here every day to give you an HR quick tip. So let me go ahead and introduce myself before I head out to dinner. But my name is Delmar Johnson. I am the president of Delmar Johnson Enterprise, and I am your chief HR brain with HR Brain for Hire. And this is day 3 of my 31-day May challenge. And so today's HR quick tip is one of the questions. I told you I'm taking one question at a time off a list of questions that were sent to me that people want to know about, whether they're startups or small businesses, and maybe even enterprises may get something out of this tip as well. So I named the tip, how do I determine a pay rate? So that was one of the questions. So if you're hiring, welcome to the scope. Welcome to the scope. If you're hiring, the question was, how do I determine what to pay someone? So if you're at the point of where you actually want to pay someone, all right, especially if you're at the point where you're wanting to pay employees, because you may be at the point where you're ready to bring on your first part-time employee. So one way, and I'm gonna give you a few steps. I'm gonna give you a few steps of what you should be looking at when you're trying to determine a salary rate or a pay rate for someone. All right. So as you all know, I always have notes with me because I want to make sure I hit my high points on these things, and then I'm gonna get out of your way with your HR quick tip for today. So what do you do? First of all, you compare. Thanks for coming into the room, Eloise Weller, 34. First, you compare the job that you're hiring for, or the position that you're hiring for. Hi, Varian. The position that you're hiring for, you want to actually compare that to what the market is paying. Okay. So what do I mean by that? And actually comparing this, actually called a word called benchmarking. A lot of people that's in corporate America, whatever, or have been in corporate America have heard that word before, but it's benchmarking. So you're comparing the job or the position that you're hiring someone to fill. Okay. Add a touch 08. Hey, Joanna, how are you? You want to compare that position, so you want to benchmark it. And benchmark it basically includes, I'm tongue tied today, y'all. I must be tired. But I'm committed to doing these things every day. But you take the position that you're hiring for, you compare it to the market. Again, it's called benchmarking. And what that is similar tasks. Yeah, I must be tired, Varian. But it's called benchmarking, and you compare it with similar tasks and responsibilities for that position. Okay, the task and responsibility someone's going to be doing, the qualifications that are needed. Okay, what kind of skills, know-how, and talent that you're looking for that person who will be filling the position will be doing. So that's what benchmarking includes. Okay, welcome to the room, Broken Silence. I believe that is Darlene. So that's benchmarking. It has similar tasks, responsibilities. You're looking at the knowledge, skills, and abilities that position will need someone to have in order for that job to be carried out properly, right? That you're going to be hiring for. So you're going to benchmark those things compared to other positions. Let me give you an example. When I worked at FedEx Express, I was a senior compensation analyst there. And I always had to compare the jobs that we had to other similar type of logistics and freight type of companies, right? Delivery type of companies. And it's not just, it wasn't just FedEx and UPS that we compared to, but we compared it to other carriers that had couriers, that had service agents, that had ramp agents, okay? Airports and airlines have ramp agents, right? So if we're looking at a ramp agent at FedEx, then that will be the ramp agent at an airport with an airline would be very similar. The ramp agent, of course, at a UPS would be very similar. So we're looking at similar qualities. If the companies is similar in nature and what it is that they do, then that's benchmarking. You're looking at similar qualifications. You're looking at similar job titles. You're looking at similar positions and the kind of people that are filling those positions. So that's one component of how you begin to look at what should you be paying for it to be a fair market price point for the pay rate. Okay, makes sense? And then also you want to be clear about what your budget is for that position. So if you know your budget is limited, so you may start out maybe at more of an entry level position versus somebody that you may want down the road. So you need to be clear that your budget can meet what the market value is for that position, even if it's a lower level or entry level position. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks for sharing and thanks for being on here. I told you this one's going to be quick because I'm actually headed out the door to dinner. To get some dinner for this evening. Then I'm going to come back and chill in the hotel and fly out tomorrow back home. And then another way that you can determine a pay rate, this is really kind of 3 points tonight. Another way, there is a source called salary.com. That's salary.com. Thanks for the purple hearts. Salary.com. That is an online source. That's one online source I can give you that you can go and look at the geographical statistics, if you will, for a position and what that position could potentially pay. Now, pay rates are always based on the market that you're in. So someone in California is not going to be paid like someone in Tennessee. Okay, but it's based on the geographical location. It's based on the market value of that job in those geographical locations. It's based on the cost of living in those geographical locations. Okay, so there's also business surveys that you can access. Generally, you know, people in corporate America generally have access to that, but you can actually access some of those things that doesn't necessarily cost you any money to get access to some online versions of what we used to have physically in the office. OK, it always cost us, but you can find some potential online versions of it where you can look up those positions. So again, someone in California may be paid $15 an hour for the same job that's in Tennessee that gets paid $9.25 an hour. So it's based on geographical location, the market value of the position, cost of living. So it's based on several different entities. But if you want to do it the quick way, okay, I kind of gave you what the thought process was behind that. But if you want to do it the quick way is the source salary.com. You put in the city or the state that you're in, the position that you're wanting to fill in your business, and it comes out with what's called a bell curve. All right. Don't want to get too technical. Call a bell curve, and it gives you what the 10% point would be in a salary range. It gives salary.com, Sabria. It gives you the 10% range of the salary range. It gives you what the midpoint would be, and then it gives you what the potential max would be in your area, in your geographical area for that position. So salary.com is a quick way, but I want to kind of give you the logic behind how corporate America would go about figuring out what the salaries are for a job in a company. Make sense, everybody? I kind of went over there kind of fast, but I can review that a little bit. First of all, let me review for the replayers. Make sure you come back and give me some hearts and hopefully share it with your circle as well. Compare the position you are hiring to the market. So you're going to be benchmarking. So you're going to be comparing the qualifications, the skills, the knowledge, the know-how, the task and responsibilities of the job that you're wanting to fill to that which is in the market. Welcome to the room, Breedy Academy. Thank you. I appreciate the hearts and for sharing. The number 2 is be clear about the budget that you have and make sure it meets or can accommodate the job that you're wanting to fill, because you're looking out in the market to see what the cost is for that job or what the price point is for that pay rate for that job. So be clear about your budget. and then it coincides with the job you want to fill. And then that was just the logic behind it. There's a quick logic behind it. But then also, yes, it's very important, Joanna, most definitely. And then even over there in the Virgin Islands, it doesn't matter where you are. It is very important. And then the quick accessible source to you is salary.com. Put in the city and state that you're in, the position that you're looking to fill, and it gives you a salary range starting at the 10% range, midpoint, and the maximum of the salary. I will tell you the market value, how we used to do it when I was a compensation analyst for FedEx. The midpoint of a range is typically identified as the market value of a job. Now, you don't have to start someone at the midpoint. I'm just telling you what the market value would be if the person was fully acclimated into the job, probably a few years into the job, and that's what the midpoint is going to be referring to. The 10% mark is usually where you're going to start them out at, which is toward the entry level of the position. Shade VPP, thanks for joining the room. Thanks for the hearts. Anybody have any questions while I'm still here before I leave to go get me something to eat? Because I'm kind of hungry. Anybody have any questions? Thanks for all the hearts, guys. I appreciate you guys coming into the room for my day 3 of 31 days daily HR quick tips for startups, small businesses, and enterprises. For those of you who don't know me that may have just come in, I am Delmar Johnson, president of Delmar Johnson Enterprise, and I am your chief HR brain with HR Brain for Hire. You can connect with me on Facebook, on Twitter. Have a good night. Yes, I appreciate you being here. You're more than welcome. But I can be, you can reach out to me and connect with me on Facebook. See, for teachers for account, would I compare them to what they make at their full time? Yes, that can be one element that you look at. That can be one element that you look at. You can catch me on Facebook at HR Brain for Hire, and on Twitter and Periscope same way at HR Brain for Hire. That's FOR, not the number 4. So HR Brain for Hire. So I made it pretty easy for you guys to contact me. Check out my website. I got some free stuff there for you. Sign up so we can stay connected, so you can stay in the loop of what's going on here with HR Brain for Hire. But you can also download a free white paper that's talking about the do's and don'ts of attracting and hiring a team. So you may be starting out. You need to know a few do's and a few don'ts about what that involves. Anybody else have any questions? And Darlene, we can talk about that more offline too, because you did a whiteboard power hour session with me. Anybody that's looking to brainstorm, need to get your ideas out, don't know what your next step is. One of my services that I do offer is whiteboard sessions. There's several different levels to that. I start out with a power hour, so you have up to an hour with me for a very nominal cost, so you can get your ideas and everything out of your head and on paper, so you can begin to develop those ideas and those dreams. A lot of times you need another person to kind of bounce those ideas off of, so you can check that out on hrbrainforhire.com as well. I have a lot of great goodies on there for those who are starting out. You need to do a whiteboard. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Darlene. I love doing whiteboard sessions. I did one today, but actually it was really us collectively at the networking group. We sat down and brainstormed some challenges that people were having and came up with some solutions. I love it. Brainstorming and solution and strategizing about what your next steps are, how to create your services that you're trying to figure out, your products and stuff. So it can be your top 1 to 3 ideas that you're thinking about, and we can brainstorm that out. Mine brought so much clarity and direction. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. I've gotten some great feedback on everybody that's been doing it. I've had quite a few people take advantage of that. So go to hrbrainforhire.com, click on whiteboard session, and just determine which ones that you need to start at an hour and go all the way up to a full day. So if nobody has any questions, I appreciate everybody being on here. Again, I'm Delmar Johnson with HR Brain for Hire. And yep, I'm at hrbrainforhire.com. Make sure you check it out. Go and sign up and get on my email list so we can stay in contact. I usually send out a Tuesday email every week with some tips and some strategies and just some things that are going on here with HR Brain for Hire. And then you can also download a free white paper there that kind of takes you through some ideas of what the do's and don'ts are of attracting and hiring a team. So I hope you all have a good evening. I'm about to get out of here in Chicago and go get me some dinner, and I'm gonna come back and chill so I can head out tomorrow and go back home. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll be back tomorrow for day 4. See you later. Bye-bye.